Please be seated. Welcome, friends. We have gathered here at this time to celebrate the coming together of two separate lives. We have come to witness the joining of this man, Adriano Manikia, and this woman, Kathryn Lee Abbott, in marriage, and to celebrate with them the love that they have discovered for each other. You ready? The essence of the commitment of marriage is the taking of another person in his or her entirety as lover, companion, and friend. It is therefore a decision which is not to be entered into lightly, but rather is to be undertaken thoughtfully and reverently, with gratitude for the past, hope for the future, and great consideration and respect for both the other person and for oneself. Adriano and Kathryn have asked you to be here this afternoon to witness this celebration because each and every one of you have given something of yourselves into their lives. Your friendship, guidance, support, encouragement, and love will forever be appreciated and will continue to be an important part of their lives in the years to come. They've asked me to thank you for sharing this important day with them. Love of another is one of the highest experiences that we human beings can have, for it can add depth of meaning to our lives. Marital love is one of life's greatest joys, and when combined with genuine giving and sharing, the lives of each partner will be infinitely enhanced. Marriage symbolizes the intimate sharing of two lives. It must not diminish, but rather should enhance the individuality of each partner. A good and balanced relationship is one in which neither person is overpowered or absorbed by the other. The day-to-day companionship, the joy of doing things together, or the delight of recounting experiences of things done separately is a continuous and central part of what people who love each other can share. And deep knowledge of another and a real understanding of the other's feelings is not something that can be achieved in a short period of time, but can only be developed fully with years of commitment, love, and trust. To honor the strength of love and the role that it plays in our lives, Adriano and Kathryn have called upon two of their nearest and dearest friends to share readings that have moved them. John Hayes will do a reading first, and he will be followed by Katie Deegan. John, could you join us? Let's see. Thank you. If you can read right in there. Do you want me to? I got it. Thank you. Okay.
All I Know About Love by Neil Gaiman. This is everything I have to tell you about love. Nothing. This is everything I've learned about marriage. Nothing. Only that the world out there is complicated, and there are beasts in the night, and delight and pain. And the only thing that makes it okay, sometimes, is to reach out a hand in the darkness and find another hand to squeeze, and not be alone. It's not the kisses, or never just the kisses, it's what they mean. Somebody's got your back. Somebody knows your worst self and somehow doesn't want to rescue you or send for the army to rescue them. It's not two broken halves becoming one. It's the light from a distant lighthouse bringing you both home safely. Because home is wherever you are both together. So this is everything I have to tell you about love and marriage. Nothing like a book without pages or a forest without trees. Because there are things you cannot know before you experience them. Because no study can prepare you for the joys or the trials. Because no one else's love, no one else's marriage is like yours. And it's a road you can only learn by walking it. A dance you cannot be taught. A song that did not exist before you began together to sing. And because in the darkness you will reach out a hand, not knowing for certain anyone else is even there. And your hands will meet, and neither of you will ever need to be alone again. And that's all I know about love.
Thank you. Katie?
How Falling in Love is Like Owning a Dog by Taylor Molly. On cold winter nights, love is warm. It lies between you and lives and breathes and makes funny noises. Love wakes you up all hours of the night with its needs. It needs to be fed so it will grow and stay healthy. Love doesn't like being left alone for long, but come home and love is always happy to see you. It may break a few things accidentally in its passion for life, but you can never be mad at love for long. Is love good all the time? No. No. Love can be bad. Bad love. Bad. Very bad love. Love makes messes. Love leaves you little surprises here and there. Love needs lots of cleaning up after. Sometimes you just want to get love fixed. Sometimes you want to roll up a piece of newspaper and swat love on the nose. Not so much to cause pain, just to let love know, don't you ever do that again. Sometimes love just wants to go out for a nice long walk because love loves exercise. It will run you around the block and leave you panting, breathless, pull you in different directions at once, or wind itself around and around until you're all wound up and you cannot move. But love makes you meet people wherever you go. People who have nothing in common but love stop and talk to each other on the street. Throw things away and love will bring them back again and again and again. But most of all, love needs love, lots of it.
Thank you, John and Katie. We are here today, then, to celebrate the love that Adriano and Kathryn have for each other and to recognize and witness their decision to take each other totally and permanently into this bond of marriage. These two people now come to be united. Adriano, Kathryn, I remind you of the seriousness of your decision to be married. Your love for one another and your constant and continuous commitment to your vows will result in a marriage which is blessed, a peaceful home, and a relationship that will flourish. I ask all of you now to witness with me the expression of the deep love that these two individuals have for one another and the expression of their intent to commit their lives to that end. There are no vows more meaningful and powerful than those which will be shared here today. Your wedding vows are a sacred declaration of your love for one another, the foundation of your relationship as a married couple, and the life you will build together. Adriano and Kathryn have written their own vows, which they will now share with you.
Kathryn, when we met at a Cornell hockey game, because of course we did, companionship was the furthest thing from my mind. And yet, there you were, a kindred spirit, full of life and enthusiasm. We spoke every day for months when that was what I needed most. Over time, I came to realize you were more than just a good friend. Typically, the best I can hope for is for someone to tolerate my eccentricities. But you get me the way very few people have. I can always be myself with no apologies and no explanation. What makes a person unique? The food they like, the music they listen to, the way they have fun? On the whole, I consider myself pretty unique. Turns out, not that unique. If opposites attract, then we're the opposite of that. Because, as someone here put it, we share a brain. It's never about one of us compromising to make the other happy. Of course, we always love doing things together. But if one of us wants to try something new, we know the other will be just as happy to do it. And I love that you've pushed me to try new things. You got me in a kayak for the first time, and the next summer I paddled around Fourth Lake. You got me on skis for the first time, and I fell a lot, but I can't wait till I can keep up with you. Someday you may even convince me to play Ultimate Frisbee with you. I love how you make me feel special every day, and I love how every day you try to be a better person than the day before. I love that you can drive stick, and I love how you make up songs to sing to our dog. I love that you're always learning, trying, and doing new things. Your zeal for life is contagious and inspiring. I love that you carry 15 different colored pens around, because not only do you make sure everything's in order, but you have to do it in style. I love your honesty. For better or worse, I always know where you stand. I love that you always see the good in people, even when you can't always see it in yourself. And so I promise that every day I will remind you of the good in you. I promise I will lend a compassionate ear or a comforting shoulder whenever it's needed. I promise to root for your teams when they're not playing mine, except for the Red Sox. You're on your own there. I promise to show you how much I love you with actions as much as words. And I promise to defend you always. Our meeting was fortuitous, our love unexpected, our union unlikely. Unlikely but perfect.
Age. I do not believe we met by chance, but rather we met precisely when we were supposed to. Considering our shared love for Cornell hockey, our overlapping friend groups, our similar eccentric tastes in music, and the fact that we are approximately 95% the same person, it's amazing how the fate of the universe kept us just out of reach until the right time. Somehow, the right time was after a Cornell defeat versus Harvard, when we had to nurse our sorrows in a dingy Boston dive bar. But there we were, sharing our first day together, choosing the same Muse songs on the jukebox, not knowing that we were experiencing unsettling transitions in our lives and that our insecurities were being soothed by each other's company. On that first day we spent together, I knew you were destined to influence my life, but little did I know you were also destined to be my everything. I cannot think of a single moment when I realized I was in love with you, for I cannot remember what it felt like to exist without you in my life. You make me feel like I belong. I love you because you are calm and considerate, observant and adaptable, reliable and unselfish. I love how you pointedly say what's on your mind and don't let others influence your thoughts or decisions. I love how you tell me how you love me, not only with words, but through the way you look at me, the songs you share with me, the food you make me when I'm too tired to cook, or throw at me when I'm getting hangry, and all the deeds you do for me to make my life more manageable. Like taking Marnie outside when it's supposed to be my turn, but I've already fallen asleep on the couch. I appreciate how you hold me accountable for my actions without ever shaming me for my faults and failures. And I love your reserved yet incredibly goofy sense of humor. You inspire me to be more self-reliant and more confident in who I am, and strive to be a better person every day. You are the normal to my crazy, the stillness to my bustle, the nurture for my nature, and my role model and my accomplice. Together, we make an unequivocally formidable and tenacious team that extends far beyond our line-of-rink power couple status. And so I stand here before you and our loved ones to declare to you my whole heart and mind. I promise to love you unconditionally as your companion in life's adventures. I promise to be patient, forgiving, faithful, and honest with you. I shall be your greatest ally in conflict and your solace in sorrow. I promise to never stop making you laugh, to never stay mad at you for long, and to end each night telling you just how much I love you. I promise to take care of you always, no matter if you're sick or healthy, even if you protest. And I promise to be your biggest supporter in all your endeavors, except when you're rooting for the Yankees against the Red Sox or the Rangers to beat the Bruins. Finally, I promise to never take our time together for granted. I will do anything and everything for you, but I won't do that.
Adriano and Kathryn will now declare their intentions in matrimonial by answering a series of questions, and hopefully you will respond, "We do." Adriano and Kathryn, do you pledge to help each other to develop your hearts and minds, cultivating compassion, generosity, ethics, patience, enthusiasm, concentration, and wisdom as you age and undergo the various ups and downs of life, and to transform them into the paths of joy, love, compassion, and equanimity?
We do.
Understanding that just as we are a mystery to ourselves, each other person is also a mystery to us. Do you pledge to seek to understand yourselves, each other, and all living beings, to examine your own minds continually, and to regard all of the mysteries of life with curiosity and joy?
We do.
Do you pledge to preserve and enrich your affection for each other and to share it with all beings, to take the loving feelings you have for one another and your vision of each other's potential and inner beauty as an example, and rather than spiraling inwards and becoming self-absorbed, to radiate this love outwards to all beings?
We do.
The love relationship between the husband and wife is sacred by nature. Wife and husband should be faithful, respectful, and devoted to each other, and they have high moral duties toward each other. Do you pledge to pay the highest moral respect to your love relationship as a wife and a husband?
We do.
The love, faithfulness, truthfulness, trust, honesty, loyalty, respect, and devotion to each other are the real treasure and wealth of a married life. External material wealth, etc., are just secondary. Do you pledge to place importance on these real measures rather than anything else in your life?
We do.
The rings. Ready? May these wedding rings be a reminder to Adriano and Kathryn of the vows they have shared and a symbol to all of their commitment of marriage. Ready? With this ring,
With this ring,
I thee wed,
I thee wed,
and pledge my eternal love.
and pledge my eternal love.
You ready? With this ring,
With this ring,
I thee wed,
I thee wed,
and pledge my eternal love.
and pledge my eternal love.
Join hands. Adriana and Kathryn have declared to each other and told all us as witnesses their intention to take each other as husband and wife. Having pledged unto each other, and by the authority vested in me and pursuant to the laws of the state of New York, I do now declare that they are husband and wife. You may seal the ceremony with a kiss. And it is plural. It is my distinct pleasure to be the first person to introduce Adriano and Kathryn Manokea.